All right, good morning, welcome back. Today's gonna be another rainy day. I'm back at one of my favorite lakes, and I'm gonna just be throwing 2 lures today. I've been kind of getting, I think, caught in the middle between thinking that this spinnerbait here that I've been throwing is still a champion and still gonna keep working. I think it's time that I start switching over to a different style of fishing, which is going more finesse. So I got a finesse jig on my other bait caster here. So these 2 lures I'm gonna be throwing only today. Just the finesse jig and just the spinnerbait, and we're going to see which one does best. It's gotten a lot colder. I think we're in the mid 40s today. Water temperature is, I don't know, probably about 50 degrees. I've had a couple people mention that I should get a dry suit if I'm going to be kayaking into wintertime, and I've kind of started looking into it, and I agree. I'm looking into getting a dry suit now. They are unfortunately insanely expensive, but as for today, we'll just be extra careful. We'll stay near the shore. That way, if anything happens, I can doggy paddle my way back to shore and hopefully not freeze to death. But let's go ahead and get started with the spinnerbait. We're at the spot in which is made a killing before. Usually it requires a bit of wind and rain in order for this to be a spot. I got the rain. The rain's coming. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's challenge, spinnerbait versus finesse jig. Try reeling really slow. These bass that we got, they got to be getting pretty chilly at this point. With most previous challenges I've done, I don't know, I try to fish each lure for about 20 minutes or so, maybe a little more. I'll bounce back and forth. Try to throw them in spots that they work a little better. I think the finesse jig, I'm going to be trying to focus on hitting some deeper water today. Like, I don't know where exactly. As I said, I haven't ever caught anything with a finesse jig or any jig on this lake, so I kind of don't know their spot yet. Well, no bites yet. That's unfortunate. I always hope that at a spot when you feel like you've locked onto a pattern, you come back to it. It's always nice when you come over to it and it's still rocking. We'll fish around the left side a little bit over here, and then I think we'll go back to the right side for a little bit. And then probably make a move and see if we can find a spot that we can throw that finesse jig at. Still don't have any gloves yet. I think this will probably be a tricky day. My hands feel fine right now, but they're going to get chilly. I'm already starting to turn all pink. We're going to make a move to a spot I don't usually fish at. We're going to head out directly to the other side of this lake here, and we'll start with the finesse jig again. There's a few spots over there that kind of have some structure, some logs, some stumps, and there's an area with a bit of a drop off, so maybe that'll be a good spot for that finesse jig. So we'll go through over there for a bit. I think we're gonna change this trailer. I'm not feeling this one. Should I put this guy on the end? I could cut this guy and put like just that guy on the end, or we could just put this little, I could break this and just put this little worm right there. I'm gonna go with the worm. Let's go with the worm. There we go. It's kind of like a little Ned rig. So now hopefully that just kind of sticks up. Got a little worm sticking off the end there. I really hope the rain kind of keeps doing what it's doing. It's just a very light sprinkle where I think I'm almost able to stay dry. What? Fish? Come on, fish. I sure am. That's a good sized fish too. Whoa. Oh my god. Damn, that was like, you could barely even pull the fish on that. Damn. Crazy. Sweet. Came right out. Whoa, big fish. Close your mouth, bud. 17 1/4. You feel pretty heavy. 273. I think this guy would have made one of my top fish. But there we go. Look at that. Awesome. What a fish. Oh my god. These are freaking monster fish. Alright. Back you go, bud. Wow. That's awesome. On the Finesse Jig with that little worm on there. That was a huge fish. I think that would be a new top 5 fish. I've never got a fish with the water this cold before. When he bit it, I was like, And then when I started reeling in, it just felt like I was reeling in some weeds or something. I had no idea that was going to be a fish. On the Finesse Jig with the worm on the end. That's all it was, you guys. Just that little guy sticking up. Finesse Jig. I think I've only caught one fish on a Finesse Jig before, and it was like that big. It was the tiniest fish ever. So that is pretty awesome. Cast up deeper. Well, nothing else yet so far over here. Could have just been a fluke, you know. But God, that raises my confidence to the roof with this lure, knowing that it is now possible. It's a big fish for a little Finesse Jig. That's definitely the biggest fish I've ever caught in a jig. All my biggest fish have been caught on either a frog or a spinnerbait or a wacky worm. I think that just knocked one of the spinnerbaits. I think that was it was like a micro spinnerbait I was throwing on my spinning rod. And I must say, if you have never gone out bass fishing and like just focused on just 2 lures before, it is so much fun. It's so much fun because just having it in the back of your mind when you normally go out about that thought of maybe I should switch a lure, maybe I should switch again. It's so annoying. I feel like a lot of time is wasted doing that. Time to make a move. Our first spot we're going to go over next for this spinnerbait is there's a giant tree that comes out over here, and we're just going to basically try to cast on both sides of it a few times and then have that spinnerbait slowly retrieve along it. Hopefully there's a bass hiding underneath it. That's kind of my hope. Whoa, we got a big fish. Holy smokes. God, he hit that pretty hard. I thought he was going to be bigger. I mean, he's still... probably just a little bit smaller than the other one I got. Let's find out. Maybe a little bigger, actually. There we go. Gotcha. All right, you are 16 and a half. And you are 2 pounds, 2.4 pounds. Sweet, another one on the board. Sorry, bud. Sorry, that hook was tough to get out, but we got you. Off he goes. Well, there you have it. We're 1-to-1 with these lures right now. It's interesting. This water is so freaking cold. I cannot believe that the spinnerbait is still a thing right now. Oh, this is the best. I'm having such a good day. Dang, he bit that hard. I thought he was going to be a way bigger fish. I was like, I didn't say it, but I almost said, I think this is a PB. Dang, that's 2 big fish. 2 fish and we're already over 30 inches. That's crazy. 33 inches. Alright, that is the end of the video. Looks like the Finesse Jig took the win by catching a bass that was just about an inch bigger. But they both, the spinnerbait also caught a really big bass today. That was really awesome. That one put up way more of a fight. But awesome day. I was hoping to catch a bunch of bass today. I caught a bunch right there at the beginning and thought I was gonna kill it today. But that's how it goes. Fall is difficult. I'm making my last cast here with the Finesse Jig right now. Hopefully a Hail Mary happens here. A little last cast bass right here at the end. Maybe a PB. We'll see. But with that, thanks so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Everyone keeps leaving a bunch of comments and likes and whatnot, and you guys keep watching the videos, and that feels good. Thanks. So, see you guys in the next video.